4 financial lessons from money experts to teach your kids. And you can learn too. If you've ever heard of the famous radio show, The Ramsey Show, where millions of Americans call in for advice on getting out of debt, saving, and investing, then you definitely know Dave Ramsey, America's national teacher of personal finance. He's the author of The Total Money Makeover, a book that has helped countless American families start over, escape the burden of debt, and move toward financial freedom through his 7 baby steps philosophy. 7 small but disciplined steps from building an emergency fund to paying off debt, saving, and investing. Dave Ramsey also has very clear views on how parents should teach their children about money. Allowance is not a handout. Dave says, don't hand out money like candy. Children should only receive money after completing household tasks like cleaning their room, washing dishes, or helping their parents. The goal is for kids to understand that money comes from work, not from holding out their hand. When children grasp the connection between effort and income, they'll value every dollar and spend more thoughtfully. Budget from an early age. Even 10, 12-year-olds can learn basic budgeting. Dave recommends parents teach their kids to divide allowance into 3 categories: spending, saving, and giving. The spending portion helps kids learn to prioritize. The saving portion teaches discipline. And the giving portion nurtures gratitude and social responsibility. These are the foundational building blocks of healthy financial management. Chores are their first income. When children work and get paid, that's their first lesson about labor, responsibility, and self-reliance. From washing the car to yard work to babysitting, each small job is an opportunity for kids to understand the value of effort. When they're allowed to decide whether to spend or save the money they've earned, children learn to take responsibility for their own choices. That's the foundation of future financial freedom. Teach teenagers to master money. When kids enter their teen years, parents advise that children let them open their own bank account, get familiar with debit cards, and learn to track their spending. This is also the stage to emphasize the golden rule: no consumer debt, no spending beyond your means. When they understand the weight of debt, kids will learn restraint and how to plan for long-term goals. Dave always emphasizes, parents don't just feed and educate their children, they must also teach them how to manage money. That's the greatest legacy. You don't need to be wealthy to teach your kids about finance. What matters is that parents have discipline, saving habits, and live within their means. That's the most vivid lesson children will observe every day. When parents teach kids to respect money, they're not just teaching them how to get rich, they're teaching them how to live responsibly toward themselves and others. A child who understands the value of work will be more grateful to their parents. A child who knows how to budget will have greater self-control. And a child who knows how to save and give will grow up to be disciplined, compassionate, and in control of their own life.